It's just a nice little garden in the jungle of concrete, don't you think? We try to restore the broken code in our society. Is a task that more than one man can accomplish, but in a time like this, we do not have all the options we have. That's perhaps the last things we could possibly do. We would try to fix as many things as possible. Actually, I'm not a scientist, neither I'm a physicist or mathematician, and still this type of scientific quest is quite within reach of the common people like me. Actually, it's very simple, and this is related to us in a dramatic way. Actually, is our interior structure, is what make us human. Our genetic model, which is our double helix DNA, and it come out it has two very interesting models come out of the double helix. And now this is a first simplified model of our double helix, which take the orange line as first string of the helix, which take the red line as the second string of the helix, and put them all together in one piece of paper. That's fair enough. Now, this is my geometry. Actually, it's quite fun, and actually, if you look closer on the background, see this camera can catch it or not. Where have those little guys gone? Can you see those tiny movements? It's an army of ants forming a invisible straight line in order to accomplish their goal. Well, if we together can be united as the insects, that would be constructive. There's first attempts to interconnect the double helix. We simply just connect it. Let's come over here. Connect its two ends together and form a circle, which give us a sensible approach, and it give us a common reading. Another attempt is done in a more creative fashion. Now, what this guy create is actually what I'm after. This has the capability of interconnecting and unleash, if I'm right, unleash the power within us. In terms, probably that would probably would make some positive inputs to the situation, I suppose. Now, this is a delta. Actually, is a perfect hexagon. It forms a triangular delta, which is, you look carefully, you see the bases here, and this type of geometry has actually like a delta ring that has a left delta ring and right delta ring. This is another delta. They might look similar to each other, but they are actually two completely different entities together. Well, you may call this left delta and you might call this right delta. They are not the same. However way you rotate it, flip it aside, you will not get the same as the left and right. The left is the left delta, the right is the right delta. They will never be the same with each other. They remain the mirror image of each other's. So this is the children's tricks. Children would hold up this twisted and twined piece of paper, and in the living rooms they would split this in half and they would be laughing their heads away. See, I make two circles interconnected together. This is the power within our double helix. When you interconnect it in a fashion that is slightly different, you see instead of a circle interconnect the left string of DNA with this left string of DNA and the right string of DNA, which is the red line here. It remains isolated, two strings of genetic structures. But within this delta situation, two strings of genetic makeup has been connected. The left string and the right string, you see the orange line, and this is the red line here. They are interconnected in a more sophisticated way back into unity, into the constant one. The red line here is actually interconnected back to the orange lines, and we will look into the actual plotting of this left and right delta. Now, I'm back with this little camera. Now, and this is the perfect hexagons, those delta forms, and we will look into this perfect hexagons within a circle which its length is exactly its radius, and if you like, it holds a constant ratio of its circumference and its ratio in an integer 3. Excuse me, I switched to a second series.